Welcome back to CrossFit RVA in Richmond, Virginia. I'm Dr. Lisa Griffith. This is my lovely assistant, Kate. Today is episode 25 of MovementRVA, where we are going to be talking about shoulder mobility. The reason we're talking about mobility today is because it's so important as a foundation to start building strength. So first, we need to get mobility and increase the range of motion. Then we're going to get stability and gain control of that dysfunctional joint. And then we can start building strength. If we jump right to strength, typically we're just putting strength into a current dysfunction. So we're talking about shoulder mobility. There's a typical pattern of dysfunction that happens with the shoulder. So we're going to do a quick mobility routine to start working through those typical patterns we see. So Kate's going to put her hand in the band that's hooked up on the top of the rig. You're going to stretch all the way back, get some good tension on the band. And then she's going to go into a squat position, keep a nice neutral back, and then externally rotate the hand so you can get a nice good stretch all through the lat on that side. We're going to work on the biceps now. This is one of the most commonly injured areas that I see day to day. So Kate's going to take the band again. You're going to step away from the rig, get a good amount of tension on that band, and then she's just going to lean her body away while turning the palm face up to really get a good stretch through the pecs and bicep tendon area. The next area we're going to work on is the triceps and going into the lats again. So hook the band up a little lower this time. Kate's going to bring the band up, and you're going to turn your thumb so it's facing up. Gets the arm into external rotation. Try to keep the rib cage in and down to really brace with the core, and then breathe and stretch. The next area we're going to mobilize are the external rotators. So this is a good area for you to get a lacrosse ball into as well. Right here beside the shoulder blade, behind the arm, get against the wall, get on the floor, dig that lacrosse ball around in there. But a good way to use the band, you're gonna hold it with the arm you're trying to stretch. Kate's gonna walk away and use that opposite hand to turn the palm up, and then she's gonna lean and rotate away until she's really feeling that stretch right behind that arm there. Breathe and hold. The fifth and last stretch in this series is for the anterior neck flexors, like the scalenes. So Kate's gonna bring her arm behind her back. The band's just gonna create a little bit of tension. You're gonna take your opposite arm and really pin the clavicle down, and then she's gonna turn and lean with her neck and head away to get a really good deep stretch. You can pin different areas of the muscles to create different stretch throughout that whole area in the front. You're going to hold each of these stretches for 1 minute, and you're always going to stretch both sides. So this whole routine should take you about 10 minutes. It's really going to help to improve your front rack position and then your overhead positioning, especially stability in that wider snatch grip. So make sure you're working on this and you start testing and retesting every time you do it. Thanks for joining us for episode 25 of MovementRVA. Make sure to join us next week for episode 26, where we're going to talk about hips and low back mobility. And don't forget, subscribe to us by clicking on the cityscape.